welcome back. Day number 8. My name is Vic, back with you with the man, the myth, and the legend, Jason.
I love the way you put it together with the man, the myth, and the legend.
It
goes like a 3M.
The 3 go together.
I feel like a MMM. Well, welcome back to day 8. We're having a lot of fun because you know what? You have crossed over the middle threshold. 7 was the middle. We got to that. We had a lot of fun yesterday, Vic. We had a blast. We went to the Barley's home and we sat down and we shot a video. And you guys were amazing. Now, Chris, you had the task as the homework assignment, as did you, my friend, to create your video. Did you create it?
Created.
Awesome. All about moms.
Nice.
So she's focusing on moms who are stay-at-home moms or who work for a living, who want to be a stay-at-home mom, and she wants a video. And Mark decided to go towards his alma mater that we're now moving away from in the mortgage industry and create a video for that one.
Right. So this segmentation is
it's the key, and we talked about that in great detail. As you guys remember, if you really want to be really successful, take the right message to the right market, not a big blanket hoping someone comes in. It's not a field of dreams, it's called segmentation. And we're gonna walk that through. There's a lot of ways that a blanket approach will work really good for you, and we're gonna discuss that here and a lot of the programs we're gonna do because we got a very mass appeal audience, which is gonna be great, but we'll also segment it down with laser targeted sales one by one by one. So they're ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to rock and roll, and I know you're ready too. So awesome. Vic, let's rock and roll.
Let's get into this. Today what we're doing, you guys, is we're connecting all the dots together. You know, we have been building this platform. You guys have been shooting video, which is important. But I don't know how you guys did. I wasn't there with you yesterday. You know, Jason was with you. But I remember when I was shooting my first video, it took me like half a day to shoot a 5-minute video. Yeah. And I'm like, I didn't get this word right, and I wanted to say this and this, and then at the end of the day, I just realized, you know what? It's just like the best way is just like you're talking to a friend. So, listen, if you are still trying to shoot your video from yesterday's assignment and you're like getting frustrated, maybe it goes smoothly for you, right? I don't know, but listen, when I was getting started, I just want to encourage you. Shooting a video or talking to a camera, pretend like this is your best friend in the world and just talk to them, look them in the eye into that lens, because that's how you connect with people. Super simple.
You know, he was a professional. I think that he got, I don't know what he just...
You told me he did really well.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Right.
You look at the guy, he's like, blah, 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 it was done.
Well, let's not forget, guys, after 7 days, I'm half of an internet entrepreneur right now.
That's right, you are. You're 50% of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That's right.
You are the man.
Awesome. So here's what we're going to do tonight, okay? We have tons of things that we need to get through, very, very important things. And you guys, we're going to do it together, obviously, as we have been over the last 7 days. With you, my friend, watching us, you may need to pause the video, right, as you're following and modeling and doing exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to take you through every single step. There's going to be no stone unturned. And here's what we're going to do, right? Today, we're connecting the dots. And here is today's assignment. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back from the assignment, and then we're going to go through each one of these steps, and I'm going to show you and walk you through this. This way it's going to make more sense to you, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Number 1, we're going to assign domain to a funnel. You might want to write this down so that we can come back to it later, right? And then number 2, we're going to add the video, Mark, that you shot yesterday.
Okay.
I'm going to take that video, we're going to add it to your landing page.
Okay, great.
Right, pop it in there. Number 3, we're going to connect the funnel to your Project Breakthrough affiliate link, so you can actually make commissions when somebody signs up. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. We will connect an autoresponder to the funnel, so when somebody opts in, they'll be getting your messages. Now, speaking of the messages, before they can get your messages, we need to write those messages, right? So we're going to create what's called an email autoresponder sequence, and we're going to create that first sequence today. Number 6, we are going to set up and connect Google Analytics account with our Site Suite account. And the reason for that is because we're going to do this properly, right? And so, Jason, you've been living in that world.
Living and breathing in every single way. Your analytics account is going to give you the ability to know if you're going to the right audience or not, and know what you've done. We always say you learn more from your past to direct your future. And analytics is a free program, and it gives you the best door to open up. And every other ad campaign we create, whether it be Facebook or email or this or that, is all going to come right back into analytics, telling you where you're making your money and where you can improve upon.
Okay. So do these work in conjunction with the analytics or the stats that you showed us with the Site Suite?
These work. I always want to have tracking going on from different directions, multiple angles.
Okay.
You never, ever rely on one particular tracking source. You want to compare them.
That makes sense.
Moving on, we have two
Rock and roll,
more
brother.
things. Two more things. Number 7 on the list for today is we're going to connect and activate MouseFlow, which is the spy software system that we created. Right? You guys have an account for that. You, my friend, should have an account if you followed your assignment. Right? You should have that ready. The importance of this is we'll be able to literally spy on our visitors on our website. In real time, you'll see, what people are doing, where are they clicking, how are they scrolling, that kind of stuff. So it's very, very important. And if you're watching this, you'd be like, Vic, is this required? Can I not do this? Can I do something else? You can do whatever you want. I'm not here to, to tell you or make you do anything. But I'm going to tell you this: if you want to do this right, and if you want to do this properly, set it up one time and have a solid foundation, you better do this, right? And so just follow along what we're doing. So, all right, number 8, and this is our final thing we're going to do today, is we're going to title our pages in the funnel. Okay, a lot of this stuff probably is not making sense to you guys yet. Don't worry, because we're going to tackle each one of these in order that is outlined. Okay, ready?
Let's do it.
All right, you ready? So here's the best approach to today's video or today's session. Write these down on a piece of paper, right? And then we're going to tackle one at a time, and you can literally cross them out one at a time. Make sense? So we'll keep it super light, super simple. Let me get back here. And this is your SiteSuite account, Mark, right? That's it. So this is your account from yesterday, and this is what we did yesterday. You guys, or actually not yesterday, it was a couple days ago. I wasn't with you yesterday, so to me it seems like yesterday. A couple days ago we did this. Let me go ahead and put this full screen. So we have our skeleton for the business. We got 2 landing pages put together. Speaking of landing pages, Jason, you probably told them about this segmentation, the importance of segmentation.
Yeah, we went pretty deep in that one. Right now, you've got a couple of landing pages in gear. The whole goal here is to get you to repeat this process. So, depending on where you're driving your traffic to, you want to make sure your landing page is specific to the traffic source if the message is going to change. So, in Facebook, we're going to be able to segment down, as we talked about yesterday, all different doors. I mean, you name the door, I'm going to walk down that door with you, we're going to get that opened up. So we'll create different landing pages and different videos, which is basically giving you different funnels for each of those areas when the segmentation of the user, meaning who you're talking to, my friend, changes. But for now, we've got 2 open doors. So right now, we're probably going to start with one which is a generic, kind of a catch-all, right? And the other one, which is, of course, segmented to the video you created, Mark. You got your homework done. We're going to pull that up. We'll outline that one. We're going to go ahead and create a funnel for you after we get to this one.
Great.
Perfect. All right, so let's start with number 1 here. I'm just going to reference our actual slide here. So assign domain to funnel. All right, so here's what I mean by that. Let's go ahead and check the domain that we connected to the whole SiteSuite system yesterday, right? So a couple days ago, that was. Mark, we went and we registered a domain, and I believe that was called yourfreebreakthrough.com.
Right.
Right. Now, if you look at this, it says ready, status ready. That means that the domain yourfreebreakthrough.com and SiteSuite system is connected. They talking to each other. Okay. Perfect. So that's the first thing we want to check for to make sure that that thing says ready. If it says not ready, or if it's in red or whatever, that means that they're not talking to each other. And just contact Namecheap or SiteSuite customer support and just figure that out if you're following along. But it should be working for you if you just follow every step. All right, next thing, what we need to do is we have that domain. Now you have different funnels over here, Mark. We can have, again, some of these are just test funnels. We're just playing around with this. Some of these you've been playing around with, right? Yeah. So that domain, you can assign that domain to any one of these funnels, right? Or you can have 5 different domains, assign 1 to each funnel. Okay, makes sense? So the funnel we're working with here is Project Breakthrough, is this funnel. This is what we created. So I'm going to go into this funnel, and I will assign that domain to work with this funnel specifically. Okay. Here's how I'm going to do this. All right, on this canvas here, if you look to the left, here it says Funnel Settings. See this right here on the left? Funnel Settings? I'm going to click this Funnel Settings button. And then over here, you see it says set a custom domain name. So you're going to assign custom domain name to this funnel. I'm going to click on this, And because that domain is already talking to SiteSuite system, I should be able to see that in a drop box right here, or in a drop down, right? Yourfreebreakthrough.com. I'm going to pick this domain, and boom, just like that, it assigned that domain to this particular funnel.
Okay, great.
Cool? Okay, so now I can click on Done, and I'm going to click on anywhere in the gray here, right? Anywhere in the gray, and then it's going to save the funnel at the top, as you can see. Now I'm going to click on Publish Funnel. Okay, Publish Funnel. Again, if you're following along, my friend, I'm walking you through every single tiny step that you need to do. There is no room for confusion, I promise you. If you just, you can watch this video 15 times if you have to. You know. All right, I'm going to click on Publish Funnel. Now look what's going to happen here, Mark. It's going to go ahead and push all these updates onto the server in real time. Now, all of a sudden, your links changed for all of these pages, and now it's reflecting your domain name. How awesome is that, right? And yesterday, we assigned ourselves, we set a homepage default URL. Remember that? Or not yet. I keep saying yesterday because it feels to me like it was yesterday, but you guys did this without me
They're all
yesterday.
blending together.
I got to be with you in every video.
You have to sit down next to me because we'll have more fun.
I know, right? I'm telling you. So a couple days ago we did this. I did this with you guys. So now, look, we can do a real test. This is not any, we don't have anything else connected to it yet, but we can go to www.yourfreebreakthrough.com, and we should end up on your landing page that you created, okay? Now, this page is not connected to anything else, okay? This is just a standalone page, and we need to work with it a little bit. So now, see, our domain name works with our funnel, okay? So now we can assign any one of these pages to be our home page, our default home page. And I showed you, a couple days ago how to do that. So number one is assign domain to a funnel. We can cross this one out because it's already done, right? So I'm just gonna go and make it bold, just like that. Okay, super simple for simplicity purposes. Now, second thing what we need to do is we need to add video to landing page. So here, this landing page that we created a couple days ago, Mark, right? This is a video version. So if I click on it and I edit it out, right? I go to the editor, just double click on it. Just double click on it, it's gonna take you to the editor. Now this video box right here, it's not your video. It's just a placeholder. So the video that you shot yesterday, we need to put that video in here, okay? So let's do that now. Okay, it's very, very simple. To do that, did you guys upload that video to YouTube?
We did, it's all done.
Okay, so you have a YouTube channel for
We
yourself?
rushed back from their house to the office to do a little quick add-on.
Nice.
So all set and
Nice,
done.
awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and log into your YouTube channel, and we're gonna get that video code. I'm not gonna go into too much, deep training onto the YouTube. Everybody in the world should know how to upload a video to
We
YouTube.
told them yesterday.
Oh, you told me yesterday.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
gave the whole process. You know exactly how to
Making this
upload
so
a video
easy,
to
bro. You're
YouTube.
making
You're
this so
rocking.
easy. YouTube. Mark, if you want to go ahead and sign into your YouTube account, and you know what we're going to do is we're not even going to edit this section because we promise you every click is going to be captured. Every move is going to be captured. So that's what we're going to do. Jason, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how wonderful this day is.
It is a beautiful day. It's actually very beautiful.
Listen, going through at the 8th day, I mean, this is like everything coming together. By the end of today, everybody's going to turn around and say, all right, I now got my page developed. Tomorrow, we go through a final pre-check, and you know something? And 2 days from now,
Everything goes right.
if everything goes right, if you keep following the bouncing ball, in 2 days from now, you will literally be able to start looking in your bank account and engaging revenues. If you follow the bouncing ball, you've gone this entire process, and you're there, and you shot that video, and you're all ready to rock and roll, in 2 days, literally 2 days from now, do you know that in 2 days from now, you could have money in your pocket that you did not have today?
You can make a commission.
It's ridiculous.
See, making your first commission, you never forget that. I remember my first commission, and I never forget that.
No, not at all.
Even if it's $1.
How much was your first commission? Can you think back that far?
I know exactly how much it was. I was promoting a direct sales company that I had to buy into for like $7,000. And I was promoting their products, and they paid pretty good. I think my first commission was like $1,500. But that's after me spending like $30,000, or close to $30,000. So how I did that, is that ready, Mark?
We're ready.
Awesome. So how I did that was, I just went through a lot of trial and error, right? We're going to talk, when we get to traffic, we're going to talk about how traffic and conversions and your back and your front and how everything works. There is a difference between when you're promoting something like high ticket straight away, your conversions at the top, at the front end are not high.
Right.
They're really, really, really low.
Yeah,
You have to have a lot of people go through your funnel. So what we're doing with this funnel here is that we're calling the ultimate funnel, is we want to have a resistance-free entry. You're giving away a free, a free training such as Project Breakthrough, which is exactly what you're giving away, but you're earning $1.50 commissions, right, for giving it away. And as your people
and that may go up, but as of today, it's a door that opens up pretty clearly.
And then as your people, I outlined it to you guys a few days ago, as your people are going through the funnel, right, and they're getting and they're engaging, then your commissions are piling up, and it's going to go crazy, right? Okay, awesome. So here are my choices. Okay, your free breakthrough, or is that your personal?
You want your free breakthrough?
Yeah,
that's the
actually
page.
set the channel.
We actually created a channel because as we start marketing this one, you're building an asset. Now, this is a big ticket. As you get ready to set this all up, brother, you'll find the video in there, in their program, but I'll pre-frame a couple of quick things. Number one, your YouTube channel that we discussed yesterday, that's going to be valuable because all those connected to your YouTube channel literally become an asset for you to work with. Number two, we're going to go and create some other doors as we get further into these trainings that will continue to build assets just like your email. Listen, every big company in the whole wide world has a few things. One, they have an email list, right? They've got customers they can work with on an email list. They've got a fan page, a web on Facebook. Maybe there's a LinkedIn profile or a Pinterest profile. Maybe there's a YouTube channel, right? All these things for any kind of a normal company has a social outreach that they can engage and bring people into, and they continue to remarket to them. Wouldn't it be great if you had to post a link on YouTube in front of 25,000 people and say, you should go here, but you know those 25,000 people are pre-framed. You know all of them want to work from home or to learn this or to learn that. And all you do, you don't spend any money, just post a link. That is ridiculous. Beautiful. Being able to rely on yourself and not some third-party traffic source is the ultimate solution for generating a revenue you can repeat and make money from over and over and over and over again. In these beginning days, you're going to have to buy a little traffic. You don't have to, but you might want to buy a little bit of traffic and do some other little things. Begin priming that pump. We'll pick that up step by step by step. But the end result is you've got an arsenal in your back pocket.
All right, so here's your video, and I'm gonna just go, here's how I'm gonna grab the video embed code, right? So on the bottom here, if you scroll down, so I'm gonna click on share, it's gonna give me this embed option. I'm gonna click on embed, I'm gonna click on show more, okay? Here's why. So here's your video preview. You can select video size, but SiteSuite automatically determines the size of the video, so it's really irrelevant. Here's what I wanna do here. I want to not show some things. Okay, I don't want to show suggested videos when your videos finishes playing. Okay, I don't want to get people distracted and get them away from my site. Of course.
Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
You guys watch YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but do you guys know what that means? At the very, very end of the video, it'll just stop and not keep playing a bunch of more videos from Julio and Fred and Bobby and John.
No, not relevant stuff. I don't want to show title of the video. So like this title right here at the top, okay, I don't want to show it. I want to keep it simple, clean, nice, right? Okay. So I'm going to disable that one. Boom. See, there's no title. Very, very clean. Video player controls, we can show those. If we disable those, then people won't be able to stop and pause the video, or at least they won't be able to see the controls. I usually leave that on. And that's it. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this code at the top. See this code? I'm going to just double click on it, select the entire code, and just do right click and go copy. That's it. That's all I have to do here. I will come back to my SiteSuite, and I'm going to click on the video box. Okay. Now, when I click it, see when I hover over the video, there is a little border, right, around the video. I'm going to click that to make sure, and here is going to tell me, okay, select your video. Now, what I can do is I can simply paste this embed code in here, just Control V, or Command V if you're on a Mac, if you're watching this, obviously, or just right-click and paste, right? And I'm going to click on Apply. Look at that.
Wow.
That was easy.
Look at that, right? Simple. Now, what we need to do is we can take this, right, a container. Let's take a look at this. There's a video container, right? We can take this and we can shrink it a little bit, okay? We can make it shorter. See, there's a little black, right?
Nice.
We can make it a little bit shorter, just to make it look nice. It's going to have a little black border around it. So now we can go ahead and click on Save. Okay. Or actually, you know what? Before we do that, I'll go back to Edit, and I'll click on Video. See, now I'm working with video settings here. I want my video to autoplay. So as soon as somebody lands on my page, I want that video to start playing right away, right? Here's a button. See this? It says autoplay. I'm gonna click it, and it's gonna make the video autoplay. And I can, if I don't want that, you know, I can turn it off. But I want my video to autoplay. So I'm gonna save it. Then what I will do is I'll go and publish my funnel, or this particular page rather. Select Publish, click on Publish, and it's gonna push out the updates, and I can actually preview my page, see how it's gonna look like, okay? Look at that.
It's great. Find a way to earn more money without taking away from the time. It's valuable to us, my wife.
Okay, perfect. Now, here is what's going on. You see this little black bar? This is actually a good thing that it happened, okay? See this black background here behind the video, and it's not going all the way to the video, okay? See, when we work in the editor, okay, I have this left side here, so I see things a little bit differently.
Sure.
Okay, the structure is a little bit differently, the formatting. So I actually want to go ahead and expand that black bar. Now that I'm looking, it's important, you know, if you're watching this, it's important for you to preview your pages as you're making those changes. Does that make sense? So I can work with them in real time and see how the page looks real time. So I'm gonna go here, and I will actually take that container, okay, and I will work with it. See, I'm working with a container here. And I will just make it taller. Okay, I'll actually go all the way to the bottom of the gray background. Okay, that way, let's check out what happens. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna publish it. And that should fix the video background. See?
There you go.
I need to find a way to earn more money.
Now that looks nice.
Away from the time.
Perfect. So video is auto-playing, everything is nice, right? So we just completed step number 2 right here. Add video to landing page. Make sense?
Yep.
Makes
Easy.
sense. Very easy.
Very.
Right? Super easy, right?
Yeah.
Now you, my friend, watching this, make sense? Easy, right? Pause the video, go back, rewatch it if you need to. You can do that. Jay, moving on?
Moving on, brother.
All right, awesome. Connecting our funnel to your Project Breakthrough affiliate link. So, how do we take this funnel? Okay, when somebody visits, I'm just going to go back to the entire canvas here. When somebody visits this landing page or any other ones we're going to add later on, right? And they go to a thank you page, how do we get them over to our affiliate link, right, for Project Breakthrough, so you guys can earn those commissions? Well, we work with our thank you page, and this is where we're going to make that connection, okay? So you can see this page is connected to this thank you page. They're matching up, okay? The theme of this page matches this thank you page. We created this a couple days ago, so I walked you guys through the process. I'm gonna open up this first thank you page. I'm gonna just double click on it in the editor. It's gonna open up, and here, you know, we've told them what's gonna happen, you know, the visitor. As soon as they opt it in, they'll see this message. Now I'm gonna click on this button over here, okay? Click on the button, and over here it says picture settings. See, now I'm working with picture settings because this button is a picture, is an image. Now I'm gonna go to advanced, okay? Now see, it says when clicked, send users here, okay? Now I can drop that down. I can send them to any one of the other pages, which is, we're not gonna do that, or I can send them to a custom URL.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I need. I need to send them to a custom URL, and that URL, we're gonna get your affiliate link from ClickPromise. And Jason, you wanna walk through the?
Yeah, sure, no problems. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to clickpromise.com, and you're gonna log into the account up here on the login side. Well, I've done that already for you here, and I've got your account details. The very first thing you're going to see when you log into clickpromise.com is this item here that says agree to the terms and conditions, right? All you want to do is click on agree that you're going to work with clickpromise.com. And here I come in. The very first thing that comes up is you get a nice little welcome message that comes up, and it says, hang on for a second, show me around. I want to see what's going around there. And it'll scroll you down different sections. It's okay, on the right side you can see your account repres. And then you can see different things around the box, and you can see everything around that. So here you've got these links up the top right hand corner. In the front is your account rep. So this person here, Julie, If you have a question or an issue with your traffic or your activities from clickpromise.com, that's your phone number and that's your email, and that's a person you're going to be able to reach out to and talk to. That's really important at an affiliate network. You got someone to talk to because, once again, they're giving you money. So you want that money.
It's also a good idea to have a good relationship with them too.
Yeah, they take flowers, they take cans of cookies and cakes and all kinds of gifts. They love those kind of things. Right here on the front of the home page, when you log in, you've got your ability to see your impressions, clicks, conversions, and your money for today, the last 7 days, or month to date. Down below, you got a section here called your tax documents and your payment history. I'm not going to go into that detail in great detail right now, but you're going to want to go ahead and make sure before you get your first payment that you've completed a W-9 or an I-8 or things of that nature. It's the legal things required to receive money in the online space. So it's all online, it's all done for you, not a challenge. Just come and fill all that stuff out. But once you've got your activity, we'll grab our link now and start driving traffic. But once we get point where you want your check, you're going to make sure you want to fill out those tax documents or at least reach out to your account rep to figure out what to have to do in that respect. Okay. So up here on the very, very top, you've got these areas. One is your reports, which you can log into and see some reports, although we've got a really cool tool which will give you reports at a glance. You also want to compare those reports to what you see at clickpromise.com because, once again, these are the guys who are giving you money. So you always want to make sure it all matches up. You'll look at offers, which are my offers. You'll have available offers and your account. So what we're going to do first is go right to available offers. Okay, in available offers, you've got the ability to scroll down here and look at all of these offers down the list. You can do a search by names or categories or countries or things of that nature and the way they allow traffic to be sorted through, like contextual, CPC, display, and what have you. We're not going to worry about all that one because we know Project Breakthrough works as capacity for all kinds of methodologies we're going to use. But here you'll see all kinds of offers, right? This network basically says, listen, do you want to run this offer for insurance, this offer for making cash, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they'll tell you on the right side. Remember in day number 2, we talked about what's a CPA and what's a CPS and a CPL. Well, over here on the right-hand side, you can see it says this offer is $28 cost per acquisition or CPA. It's in the insurance category for the United Kingdom. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to find the offer we're working with. And right here is Project Breakthrough, okay? It's going to pay out $1.50 cost per acquisition, available in all countries. So what you want to do is click on the right side link. It says Request Offer. You click on the Request Offer and you're going to be instantly approved. There's no waiting whatsoever. You have to go back and call somebody. Not all offers and all networks are like that. So rest assured, getting access to Project Breakthrough, it's a good thing. It's a privilege. It's quick. But other campaigns may take a day or 2 or 5 or 20. It all depends because they have to basically assess whether or not they want to work with you. But with Project Breakthrough, you're good, you're fine, you're already approved. Then, as you scroll down here, you've got that access. That offer moved from available offers to My Offers. Go to My Offers, and you'll see the only offer available there is Project Breakthrough 1. Now, on the right-hand side, you'll see a link that says Creatives. You want to verify this status. It has to say live. If an offer you're picking does not say live, that means you can't run traffic to it and get credit for it. As long as it says live, it's in your My Offers, you're good. On the right-hand side where it says Creative, click on Creative. Opens up a brand new window. Here, it gives you lots of good information. 1, it gives you a description of what the offer is. 2, it gives you special instructions. Please pay special attention whenever you're getting a new offer to special instructions. This is really, really important, my friend, because this is where the merchant or advertiser or the person who's giving you the money for the offer can disclaim certain things you want to be aware of so that we can control the marketplace. Here it says, don't run pay-per-click on the domain name of Project Breakthrough or do SEO on Project Breakthrough. Don't use the name High Traffic Academy to bid upon those names. These things are put in motion so that Project Breakthrough as a brand can remain separate. That's why you have your own brand, your free breakthrough. And High Traffic Academy as an organization is separate. We're not doing marketing for you. You're not doing marketing for us. It's your business. We're building your asset. So we want to make sure we keep in mind of all of those terms and conditions. Down the road, you'll see you've got, as you can see here, 45 different creative. Now that's pretty cool. So with 45 different creative, you've got all kinds of things. For example, here's a banner ad. go from zero to earning real money online now. You can have real breakthrough in just 14 days, activate your account. That's one of the creative. You have banner ads you can look at. So here's a smaller banner ad that you can look at. They provide you all kinds of banners and email. So for example, we're going to go through emails down the line here, and we'll probably use some plain text emails across the board. But getting more specific, there's HTML creative already designed for you and coded for you here. So as you go down this road, you'll see a whole bunch of banners. What we want to start with is just the link, because what we're going to engage right now is that link. Here on the second page, you've got even more banners. They've done a lot of work to make sure you've got lots of ways to promote the offer. Now, here, we'll take a look at one of the banners right here. We'll look at this one right here. Here, you've got a link, all right? On the right side, it says Get Code. For what we're going to do, we can pretty much do anything that we want to do. The first thing you're going to do is click on Get Custom Link, okay? Because we're not going to use a specific creative for this particular campaign. We just want a custom link. So click Custom Link, and it brings you to a link generator. Very, very simple to do. Number one, we're going to use none over here for the creative because we're not using a specific creative given to us. We're just connecting the dots between Site Suite and your website and, of course, the new Project Breakthrough website. Here, you have the ability to put in IDs. Now, this is a cool part. Let's say, as we talked about, we're going to create a whole bunch of different videos, right? We're going to create one for the mortgage industry, one for moms. We're going to create one for network marketers. Maybe we'll create one for multi-level marketing people. Maybe we'll create one for people who are just wanting extra money. Well, however we segment this is determining which funnel that we're going to use and we're going to create. So you want to put some kind of an ID or some kind of a name recognition process in your funnels as you create them. Do we have funnels created or names for each of our funnels? Or do we want to create different generic ones? What do you think, brother?
We will be able to do both.
Awesome.
So we can
even better.
We can create as many funnels, as many pages we want inside Site Suite. And so once we get to traffic, that's when this information will really become.
Makes sense. Okay, right. But here we're going to pop it in place. So we've got two funnels created right now, right?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to call funnel 1 generic and funnel 2 mortgage. Sound good enough?
Right. All right. When you say funnel, you're referring to a landing page within a funnel.
Correct.
So
exactly.
The funnel is like Project Breakthrough funnel, but there's segments within the funnel. Got it. Right, just to be clear.
See, that's how we're business partners.
That's
because if we can't balance each other, man, we got to go find a talk show.
You've been doing this for 20 years. You know exactly what you're doing. I have my newbie hat on over here. I'm sitting here like if I was total newbie, you know. So I just wanted to make sure that we're clear.
You're good, brother. I appreciate it. So here we type in generic. All right, that's what we're going to type in there. You can add additional sub IDs if you like, and just go down the road. But for this particular link, all we need is generic. Okay. There's nothing else that we need. We create generate link. Here is the tracking URL that you need, and you can see on the right hand side it says SID equals generic. What this means is once you've created one link, you don't need to come back to the link generator and create a whole bunch more. All you need to do is change the SID equals and add a different variable, and Vic will walk you through that as we pick that up. So this is what we need. This is your tracking link that you're going to put in place, and let's go add it to our page, brother.
Yep, awesome. If you want to drop that to me, since you're showing it on your computer.
You got it, brother.
So I'm going to click on this button. Okay, this is our generic landing page or generic sub section of a funnel. If I can put it that. Once I click on the button, I'm working with picture settings because this button is a picture. I'm going to click on Advanced, just like I did. I'm going to select from this drop-down, okay, where do you want to send the user? I'm going to send custom URL, say custom URL. I'm going to enter, just go ahead and paste. Since I copied the link, I'm just going to paste it in here. Okay, see it says generic at the end. Perfect. Then in this drop-down, it's going to say, you sure? I'm going to say yes. In this drop-down, I'm going to go blank. Now it's very important, if I select anything else other than blank, it will open up a page within a page. I want it to be redirected to another page. Make sense? And I'm going to click on Set URL, say OK. I'm going to go on the bottom. I'm going to click on Save.
Do you know what that means, another page? So the blank, he's creating the target of where the URL is going to go to. So that blank says that your website will still be open on the user's browser while they're clicking on your link. A new window opens up on top of that. So if they should close out the new window, yours is still there.
Yep.
And they can click it again and again and again to give you value.
All right, so now that we have connected this button, right, with your URL, make sense, Mark?
It does.
Okay, I see it in your eyes. You're getting this, right?
I'm getting it.
Nice. You getting this, my friend? We're good? All right, moving on. Here, I want to make sure that I do what? Next.
Publish.
I want to publish it. Every single change that I make, I want to publish it right away.
Yep.
Okay? Publish it, and we can view the page. Okay? So now when I click the button, it's going to redirect me to your affiliate URL with Project Breakthrough.
Got it.
Make sense? Very, very easy. All right, perfect. So now let's go back. Now we need to connect this page, this thank you page, with our landing page. Okay? So, and the way we do that is we need to help people go through this flawlessly. So there needs to be a connection through an autoresponder. Okay? Very, very simple process. Let me walk you guys through this. So here, I'm going to pull up our little, our to-dos. Okay? So we just completed step number 3. We just connected our funnel to our affiliate link. Okay? That's how you do it. Now we're going to come back here in a minute, and we're going to do the same thing for this next page, but this one is going to be targeted for a little bit of a different demographic. Okay? So next, I'm going to connect my autoresponder to a funnel. So Mark, you have an account with GetResponse.
Yes.
Okay? We created a list a couple of days ago, right? Let's go ahead and log into our autoresponder. Perfect. So here we are in GetResponse, and we created a list. Okay, so I'm going to drop down, and the list that we created is called it's called Breakthrough 14. So I'm going to select that list. This is the list I'm working with. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to click on this little gear over here. See that, my friend? I'm just going to walk you through this as well, and Mark and Chris can actually see it too. I'm going to click on this gear. It's going to open up the settings for that particular list, for that particular campaign. And I need to do a couple things there, okay? Number one, I will click on permissions, okay? Permissions, very, very important. Do this. When I click on permissions, see this section says enable confirmed opt-in. I have all these checked on by default. This basically means that every opt-in that's going to come in through my landing page, they will have to verify their email before they can be added to my list. I don't want that. I'm going to uncheck them. Uncheck all 3 of these, okay? And that's all I have to do. It's going to automatically save our updates, and we're good, okay? Next thing, what I will do is I will go to my account, and I'll go to integrations over here, okay? This is how we will connect my autoresponder with my site suite. So I'll go to integrations, and I'll click on API and authorization. Okay, see this? Now this is some private proprietary information that we can't show you, watching this. So we're gonna have to blur this out, but you will see my secret API key right here. This is for Mark, this is for you. This is your secret key to your autoresponder. You don't want to give this out to anybody. Nobody should know this, right? That's why we're blurring this out for you. But as you know, if you're following along, you will see the same thing for yourself. I'm going to select this secret API key, and I'm going to copy it, okay? Again, you just went to my account, you went to integrations, clicked on API and authorization. Copy your secret API key. I'm going to come back to Site Suite, and I will do this. Let me go ahead and cast it for you guys again. All right, I'm going to come back, and I'll select the landing page that I'm going to work with. Okay, I'm going to go double click on the landing page, open it in editor. I will click on page settings. Okay, page settings right here. And here, see it says autoresponder settings. Okay, I'm going to click on that one. And before I do that though, you guys, I forgot to tell you this. This is actually important. So so I just copied that API key, right? Let's connect it, instead of connecting it to the page alone, which we won't be necessarily able to do that just for this page alone. We need to connect it to the entire funnel, and then we'll be able to assign different pages to different lists. Okay. So I'm going to go to my account here. In your site suite, go to my account. I will go to third-party integrations. Click on that. And then, see, I can incorporate this site suite, with merchant accounts. Like if I wanted to sell my own products, and I can incorporate it with Stripe, authorize, email, autoresponders, all that stuff. We're working with GetResponse. Okay, that's what we're working with. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to click on settings and simply paste my API key. Okay. That's it. I'm going to click on save, click on OK. And now when we come back, here's what's going to happen. The system is going to make the connection in the background, and I'm going to double click on the page that we're working with. I'm going to open it back in editor again. I will click on page settings. I will click on autoresponder settings, and then I will choose our autoresponder. We're working with GetResponse. Okay, that's what you have. I'm going to click on that. Now look what it's going to do. It's going to say, boom, I've identified you have different lists in your autoresponder. So the system can now see and access your autoresponder. So these two can communicate now. Make sense?
That's cool.
You make sense to you too? Okay, perfect. Now we just select the list. Like when somebody opts into this landing page and they enter their email, which list do you want to put them in? Make sense?
Right.
With autoresponder. Yeah. So we're just going to select their goal to break through 14. That's the list that we assigned, right? Now, what happens next? Okay, once they add it to the list, next step is we want to take them to next page in funnel. Okay, next page in funnel, and that's it. And I'm going to simply publish it. Click on publish. Okay, so now when I go back, what's going to happen here is because we're taking them to the next page in funnel, the system will automatically know if I wanted to later on, if I wanted to change this and I wanted to connect them to go to this page or this page, all I need to do is just make that change here with connection, with an arrow, right? And then it's going to automatically reprogram everything and do that for me, okay? Now we need to do the same thing for this page as well, okay? So since we're on the GetResponse, let's go ahead and connect this second landing page as well, because these are two separate landing pages. Yep. So we're going to connect this one as well. Now this one does not have an opt-in. So it's what's called a two-step process and two-step opt-in landing page. So first they have to click on this link, and when they click on this button, right, or this button, look what's going to happen. It will open, see it says button link, okay? It will open, here's what we need to do. We need to select a pop-up window, to open in a pop-up window, okay? It's important, okay? So if you're paying attention, just do what I do. You want to select pop-up window, click OK, and here's the window that they will see for them to opt into, okay? So I'm going to click on this button. We can modify this if we wanted to as well, okay? And then make sure that this button, and it should say this by default, but just, you know, you, my friend, watching this, it's important that when you click on this button on your pop-up, okay, when they submit this form, okay, you want the button, see I'm working with the button settings here, you want the button link section to say submit a form. If you have it like, you know, pop up in another window or none or anything, that's wrong. You want the button to submit a form, okay? When the button submits a form, it's going to push out that opt-in to your autoresponder. Now we're going to do the same thing and just check this button as well. Okay, see if I can just click on the button settings. See this button link says open a pop-up window. Great, I want that. I'm going to click OK, and then this link or this button over here, when I click on it, it should say submit a form. Okay, perfect. I want to click on page settings and click on autoresponder settings. And same thing here, we're going to connect our GetResponse. When somebody opts in here, they'll go to the same list. We don't necessarily want to separate them. We could separate them if we wanted to later on when you guys get bigger in your marketing, right? And Jason is massive on that kind of stuff, and he's really into separations and segmentation, so am I. But in the beginning, as you're just starting out, you can start out with one list, just put everybody in the same list, although you're separating and targeting specifically your different groups of people. So if you're targeting to mortgage, for example, and we're going to do this when you guys are in Elite. You know, I'm going to have specific trainings and further trainings with you on this one as well. Same thing with you, my friend, is to really teach you how to really separate your business from a point of entry, a point of click, down to what kind of follow-up messages are you sending to them based on what they requested in the beginning. Does that make sense? So if you're targeting, for example, a mortgage professional, you want to perhaps talk to them in a mortgage, you know, language, right? To make sense. So if I'm going to target single moms, maybe I want to put them in a list that's specifically for single moms. We're going to do that inside of Elite. This is an advanced training and further training that we're going to engage you guys in. Same thing with you, my friend. If you are in Elite, which you should be by this time anyways, don't worry, we're going to teach you how to do that, okay? I just don't want to take, you know, unnecessary time as just get through the fundamentals over here. Yeah. All right, so page settings, autoresponder settings, get response, we're going to put them to the same list, and I want to enter a custom URL here. Actually, no, here I want to take him to the next page in funnel, okay? Next page in funnel, perfect. I want to click on publish. And nice, we just made that connection, okay? Just to make sure. Now, we'll go back to our canvas. I just simply click on the go back button. Now, this landing page is connected to this thank you page, okay? See, this thank you page is connected to your affiliate link. This we did not connect yet, okay? And this page in the video, I believe, Jason, you were telling me a little bit about your angle in that video. You talked about you talked specifically to mortgage professionals.
That's right.
That was your angle for that particular video. Mm-hmm. So you know what we're going to do, Mark, is we are going to make this landing page extra special. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do that very, very easily. Okay. Let's go ahead and open this up in the editor. Since you're talking to mortgage professionals, okay, we don't necessarily have to change the copy entirely. This is really good copy. It's very good generic copy to get somebody's attention, right? Mm-hmm. A good hook. What I may do though is I can put an extra sticker or an extra stamp on this landing page that would resonate with mortgage professional. Okay. The easiest way to do this is, look, I can go and I can click on Add New. I'm going to pick headline. Okay. I'm going to pick a new headline. Look, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to pop it above. Actually, go ahead and click on headline and select which headline you want. I'm going to drag it over and pop it right above the main headline, okay? Right in there. Now look what it's going to allow me to do. And I can center it. So if I see I'm working with this headline, it says alignment, I can center it, right? See if I center it, it's going to center it. And I can say this. I can say for mortgage professionals. See that? Mm-hmm. Now what I'm doing with that simple line, I'm just targeting mortgage professionals like laser, mm-hmm. right? The rest of the message stays the same, but just because they see mortgage professionals and they can identify with that, mm-hmm. boom, that's your target. Very, very simple, right? And that's how easy to do that kind of stuff with SiteSuite. Now, look, what happened here is when I added mortgage professionals, it pushed my sub-headline down, mm-hmm. okay? So we can preview and see how this page is going to look like. It may look fine, or we might need to edit it. Okay, that's why I like to take a look at my previews. See, it doesn't look good. Right. Okay, so I need to adjust it. Very, very simple, you guys. I'm going to click on this headline here. Okay, number one, I can make it a little bit smaller. If I double click on it, I can make the size just a little bit smaller. Maybe I go for like 24, right? Maybe I go 26. Maybe that's too small. Maybe I go 26. And I can push it up. See, I'm working with this headline. See, it says position. Let's push it up a little bit. Okay, just like that. Okay, I'm still going over into the video, right? So I can click on the headline, on the main headline, and I can push the main headline up just a little bit. Okay, see that? Now, if we preview, let's see what we got. Is it simple or what, you guys?
It is. Looks good.
Nice, right? Now, when we click on the buttons, when we code it, right, it's all going to work perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to publish it. I'm going to click on publish. And we're good. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to link our thank you page to our affiliate link of Project Breakthrough. Okay. And that, my friend, will be a little bit of a different link because we can identify that particular link with a sub-ID that, Jason, you just talked about, right? Right. So why don't we go ahead and create a new link with a different sub-ID, it would be a good review for folks as well.
You got it, brother. Bring it up right over here.
Does this make sense? You with us? Okay. I know there's a lot of information, but I promise you, if you just keep it simple, don't overwhelm yourself with this information. You've got this video available to you forever. So go through it as many times as you want.
All right, earlier we talked about using a link generator to engage that process. If we were over here in your Click Promise account, as you recall, you came into the account, we had your home section, your My Account, your available offers, your My Offers. Select the offer from available offers, go into My Offers, that's where you're going to find it. The information's right there. You're going right to click Get a Custom Link. We go to Get a Custom Link, we go right into Sub ID, and we're going to put down mortgage. Now, if you wanted other data and other variables down there, adding here, you can do so by adding other things if you wanted to. So for example, let's say you want to create 5 or 6 different pages for mortgage with different angles marked. You said, I want to talk to mortgage holders who have families and mortgage holders who have who are not married and who are in it for 20 years, in it for under 20 years, those who have a doctorate degree, those who have a degree. What if you could target somebody who has a college degree, is in the mortgage industry, and is not happy, and they're making $57,000 a year? Pretty lasered. So then your video and your page could get that laser, and you could say, hey, listen, hi, I'm Mark Barley. I'm 50,000 years old, and I have a mortgage college degree. I have all these things. You just get really, really, really lasered. I'm all about the pinpoint. Right. So here, you can actually create, I want to call it LP1, right? So I know this is our first landing page for mortgages. And as I create more, I can do additional items. Here, we could attach other areas to put more references in. You can kind of go crazy here, but this is good enough for now. Okay. So then, all I gotta do is click on the link that says Generate Link, and I can see I've not only have the SID equals to mortgage, but a comma is there, and I have the words capital L, capital P, and number 1. That's the only difference in this link, but also the URL changes. So what Click Promise does is they rotate links and domains for every single offer. So although it would work if you change the SID equals to a variable, the best thing, my friend, to do is always go back to the link generator and create a new tracking link. So I'll pause it right here, Vic, and I will give you back control, my friend, and I will pass to you the link, and we can pop that on our next page.
Okay, so I've got the link. I've copied the link. So our thank you page, and we want to make this phrase to be clickable. Okay, click here to start your training. I'm going to select it. I'm going to make it blue. That's what I want to do. I want to make it blue, just like that. So every link, by people are wired. It's a blue link. It's clickable, right? And I can make it shade, a different shade of blue if I wanted to as well. Over here, let's say if I, maybe like that. Maybe that's too blue. Maybe I want to go like that, right? But you get the point. So you make it blue, and then over here, see this little link icon? I'm going to click on the link, and then here I'm going to simply paste my URL that I just copied. Okay, see this mortgage LP1, same URL, right? From Click Promise. And then when it says target here, if I wanted to open up in a different window, I can say new window, blank, just like that, okay? Click OK, and my friends, we are done. I'm gonna click on publish, publish, okay?
Not too hard.
Perfect. So now when the process is gonna be like this. So people go through your opt-in page, okay, and when it saves the work, okay, of course it's doing it live. So they opt in here, they get redirected there, they click on the link, they get redirected to your affiliate, they sign up, you get the commission. And then they go to the funnel, and you don't have to touch them from that point on. Let the funnel do the work, let the ultimate, we'll call it the ultimate funnel, right? Let it do what it's doing, and your people, majority of your people, will do exactly what you do, because we're just taking them through the funnel. That'll go through these video series as we're creating right now, and you guys are literally in the process of building this together as we're doing it. It's really, really, it's like magic. This thing just works. And the big money is going to come in as people progress through the funnel. We didn't even talk about the back end yet. We didn't even talk about the big money yet. That's coming up in a few days here. So stay tuned, stick around. I hope this is making sense to you, right? All right, let's see what we just did. So we just connected our autoresponder to the funnel. Okay, boom, we can track that off. Okay, any questions on that, you guys?
Seems pretty easy.
No. Not as right now.
You might need to rewatch the video, maybe later on when you do this yourself. But what I would recommend you do is, since I'm kind of doing it for you, right, and you're just watching me, which is good for you, I would suggest you guys go back and replicate this same funnel again, right? So you have the knowledge on how to do it yourself. Okay, next, create first email autoresponder email sequence. Okay, so here is how we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to our autoresponder, which is our Get Response account. Okay, I'm gonna go to the dashboard. I will go to messages. So basically what that means, you guys, okay, is when somebody opted into our landing page, I want them to start getting an emails, and Mark, you want to start having them getting emails from you. Okay, you want to start positioning yourself with them. So we're going to load up. We're going to create 3 first, I say, first stage follow-up sequences. Just 3. Okay, we don't have to go crazy on it yet. We'll teach you how to engage them more inside of the elite training, in high traffic. But for now, we just want to create 3. Here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure you have your current campaign that I'm working in selected. It's Breakthrough 14. I'm going to go to messages. It's very, very simple. I'm going to click on Create Autoresponder. Okay? Create Autoresponder. Click on Create Autoresponder. It's going to take me to this little section here. Okay? It's going to say, okay, great. So now, we want to create, it's always going to be time-based for this particular example. Okay? You don't change that. Day number 1 or day number 0 basically means that as soon as they opt in, they'll immediately get that message, that first message we're going to create. So that's day number 0. You don't change that. We're going to link that to Breakthrough 14 link or campaign, which is by default here. We're going to send them message immediately, so nothing else you have to change here except, and of course, Monday through Sunday, all of these are going to be selected, so it doesn't matter what day of the week they come in, they should be getting our messages. I'm going to click on Create New, and we're going to create message together. Okay? So here is our autoresponder settings. Now, message name, how do we want to name our first message? This is for your reference. Okay? Now then, subject line is what they will see when they get your email. Okay? So message name, my first message, I always want to make that connection to what they just responded to. So if most people in the world don't know who Mark Barley is right now. And so somebody comes to your landing page. If I come to your landing page, I don't know that's you behind that page. But I remember the message that I saw. I remember, make money in 14 days, the 3 outcomes of Project Breakthrough, that kind of stuff. Right. I can remember that better than Mark Barley. So how do I make that connection immediately between your name and what they just responded to? Okay. So here, I can say something like, and I usually keep my message name and subject line to be the same for my personal reference, so it's easy to distinguish them. Maybe I can say something like this. This would be their subject line too. Okay, so how to earn money within 14 days, your video. Okay, so the 14 days is a big connection point. Okay, earn money in 14 days. So if our Project Breakthrough page that they just went through, right, your affiliate page talked about making money in 14 days, right, which it does. I just made that connection, and then he just requested a video, so there's that. Now we can tweak it later on. What's going to happen is we're going to take a look at your open rates, your engagements, your click-throughs, and we'll optimize it as we're going. Okay. Subject line will be the same. How to earn money within 14 days. Okay. We can modify it later on as well. Now, this is the email that they'll be getting messages from and responding to. Okay, so you can leave your email there as well. Next step. So in this step, we're gonna select our template. Now, I don't really want to get into the templates and all that stuff. I want if I'm targeting somebody who's just generic market, right? People who are blue collar workers, for example. They're working and they just want to get better life, right? My mindset, you guys, when I create these messages, especially my personal messages, is I want it to come across as I'm talking to a buddy of mine. Like if I would send an email to Jason, I don't need to have a big fancy HTML creative with like big fancy headers and that kind of stuff. Say, Jason, hello, how are you doing today? You know what I mean? I would just drop him a line on a blank piece of white background. Say, hey man, how are you? Right?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you?
That kind of stuff. So I want to be personal with them. The key to me getting tremendous. I mean, I've in 11 years, I've identified a way to build your communication with your list in a way that gets you tremendous email open rates. Sometimes I would just send an email with just a smiley face as a subject line. Totally against the popular belief, right?
Over 90% open ratio when he sent an email with a colon and a parentheses as a smiley face.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm in.
So it's just different, right? See, when all the marketers are taking this route, I want to take this route.
Sure.
I don't want to do like what everybody else is doing, and that makes me stand out.
Okay.
So I'm just going to click on Start from Scratch right here, and I will create a brand new template. Let's see if it gives me an ability to pick a blank template right here, blank template. Okay, I don't need any of the pre-designed ones. I just need a simple white page where I can create my email. Here it says Add Elements. All I'm going to do here, Mark, is I'm going to grab this text block and drag it over, drop it. Okay, and I'm going to erase all this. Boom. Okay, and I don't need to actually. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to erase this first, and then I'm going to erase this second, so I don't have to worry about the bold letters there. See? Now, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to write them an email. Okay? I'm going to talk to them like they're my best friend, somebody who I really care about. That's my mindset, right? Okay. And I might say something like this: Hey, it's. I'm just going to write it as it's you, right? Hey, it's Mark. Hey, it's Mark and Kristen. Okay? And we can say something like this: You just requested more information on how to earn commissions, money, right, online within 14 days. Now, what did I just do here, Mark?
You just reminded them.
Exactly. I just restated the desire, right? I just triggered that desire again in them. So they're like, okay, yeah, I actually did request that information. So next, I want to give them call to action right away. Okay, I'm going to say, so they request that information. Logically, I need to give them the link quickly. So I'm going to say like this: Here is how. Okay, click here to see this. Now later, we're going to make this a hyperlink. Okay, we're going to make this a clickable link. I don't want to show my actual URL, raw URL with all the, things in it. I'm just going to hide it inside the link. Then I'm going to say, I want to pre-frame them for what the Project Breakthrough is all about. Because at the end of the day, I want them to sign up for Project Breakthrough if they didn't already. And so I want to pre-frame it once again. I want to get that emotional side of them going again, right? Here's how I may do that. I may say, Project Breakthrough is taking the industry by storm. And you know what I'm doing here, Mark? Storm. See, I can't type and talk at the same time. Campaign blueprint. You guys see how this becomes relevant now? Because those headlines that we wrote, you remember that, right? A few days ago? These headlines, like, Project Breakthrough, taking the industry by storm, helping average people make, a lot of money, that kind of stuff. Guess where it's coming from? Here, right? It's blueprinted. Now we're just taking this information and we're, relaying that into our marketing messages. That was why that was important. Okay. So Project Breakthrough is taking the industry by storm, allowing, and I can just basically restate that headline, right? Allowing real, average, ordinary people, and I might say with no prior experience, with no prior marketing experience, I might say, right? To finally breakthrough and realistically, maybe I say start earning in as flat. Okay, I may bring that flat on the other side, flat like that. And then I can say it's 100% free. It's 100%. I don't want to use the word free in my emails, by the way. So this is a side lesson for you, my friend. So don't use words like that trigger spam, and you know that kind of stuff. You send billions of emails, so you probably should be talking about this.
So here's a ticket. If you want to make sure that your email never gets delivered, if this is your goal in life, which it should not be, just a hint.
Did you just say never get delivered?
Right, that's why I said that.
Okay.
If you want to make sure your email never gets delivered, which it should not be your goal, use the word free. Use the word opt-in. Use the word download. So reverse it all. Never use the word free. Never use the word download. Never use the word opt-in. Never use the word click here. Here's why. You see, email, when it was originally developed, it was designed to be between two people, two friends. You know, dude one, dude two, gal one, gal two. Not between a company and an individual. And the challenges in the email space for delivery and spam and everything else came because the commercial industry learned about email, Mark. They learned about the idea of getting to people, Chris. So the idea is this. Make sure you're going to pass the spam test. There's a couple of tools that we can walk down the road and give you a few of them really, really cool ones. Matter of fact, we go over a ton of different tools for this process over in Data Secrets, do we not?
Data Secrets landing page.
Exactly. So we go deep. Listen, email marketing is kind of an art. This is kind of like ground number one, the first door to get into. This program is going to help you get your mail out. It's going to be delivered. It's going to be engaged. But developing the right content in that page, make sure it gets inboxed. And that's a really important thing. We did a program called Data Secrets over at High Traffic Academy. And Data Secrets outlines in great detail everything you ever wanted to think about or know about dropping email, sending out messages, monetizing those messages, and finding where all the hidden jewels are. Because you've got an email list, you're sending out mail. Well, there's a right way to send it and a wrong way. We go into writing content, writing ad copy, how to structure the ad copy, how to structure the content, what the subject line should be, what they shouldn't be, how to trigger an email to make sure it's going to get in the spam folder, how to not to. It's very, very deep. It's literally hours and hours and hours for those who are, you know, the champion mindset that says, I want to be a specialized trainer across the board. I want to get deep. That's Data Secrets. Right now, just take this word, my friend. Don't get off the track. Realize, don't use the word free, don't use the word download, don't use the word opt-in, and do not use the word click here. Everything else you can engage. There's more to this one. We go to it and deeper into the High Traffic Academy training, Data Secrets, but that's all you're going to need to know for this part of this program to get you off the ground.
Yeah, it'll be really easy. There is actually, we actually have marketers packs from High Traffic Academy, which we'll talk about to you and give you more information. Don't worry, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind for now. We'll come back and we'll tell you exactly what you need to do to become the master of this stuff. So, so for me to replace the word free with something else, I might say, you know, it's instead of 100%, maybe I say it's totally complementary, right? Complementary, and won't cost you anything. And I might reinforce the message by saying, you know, and put in another hyperlink here. I'm going to say, watch this for yourself. And I might add a little smiley face there just to be a little personal, right? Start developing your personality. See, I like to do this kind of stuff for myself. You guys will find yourself and your personality is going to evolve, you know, as you start marketing. You may be into this kind of stuff or you may not, right? My personality is I want to have fun. You know, I do the smiley faces and that kind of stuff just because that's how I roll, right? So, we'll sign. Well, I'm going to say talk soon. Mark and Kristen. Okay. Now, I need to grab these links here, right, and make them hyperlinks. So what I can do is I can go back and I can just paste my my same, you know, links from. We don't really need to send them to your site suite over here anymore. Let me show you. Let's go back here. We don't really need to send them to your landing page because they already opted in. Right. We don't need to send them to the thank you page because they already saw that. It doesn't make sense. So from this point on, in my email communication, for now, I'll be sending them straight to Project Breakthrough because my goal at this time is to get them to sign up if they didn't already. Okay. Now then, later, past these 3 messages, we're going to be engaging this content right here. And this is going to be our other links that will continue to engage them in the process, but from a different direction. Okay. Everything is strategic here. Everything is strategic over here, my friend. Our first goal, there's 3 things that's going to happen. Number 1, you don't want to distract them with anything else. As soon as I got into your, you know, opted in, what's your number 1 goal? Get them to sign up for whatever you're promoting. You keep them in that mindset. Don't distract them with anything else. Okay. Number 2, you know, this will be for about a week. Then we move into phase 2 in our campaign, and then we want to start getting closer to them personally. This is when I might send them a video, you know, of Mark Barley, and you just talking to them saying, hey, here's what's going on, giving them more value, that kind of stuff. We'll talk about it in the Elite. So what I'll do is I'll just actually get, do we want to create, we might just create another link from Click Promise and just call it like email follow-up or something as a tagline, right?
Exactly right.
That way you can see when you see your sales in your Click Promise,
See exactly where they're
you'll
coming
see exactly where they're coming from,
Mhm.
right?
That makes sense.
I want this to be my hyperlink. Okay, here's how. Click here to see this. You know what? Instead of saying click here to see this, I'm going to say go here. Go here to see this. So less stress on those spiders and filters of the email right world. Okay, so here's how I'm going to make this a hyperlink, you guys. Right? Highlight whatever you want to hyperlink, and then click on this little link. Okay, we're going to enter our URL. Now, see at the end it says generic. I want to change this, and I'm just going to say. So there's two ways to do this. You can just modify the tagline or the tag for this particular link, or you can just generate a brand new link. Okay, I'm just going to say email _ follow-up.
Now it's important to remember if you're not gonna go create a new link in the link generator at Click Promise, it's important to remember you cannot have any spaces at all
That's a good point.
after the equal sign, and you cannot have any odd characters. So here's a point. We may want to send them back to the generator because of this point. I don't want you to do anything that will make an error. For example, if you put in a double quotation or an apostrophe or a comma in certain areas, it's going to read the code differently. If you're just going to put in alphanumeric, just letters and numbers and an underscore or a dash or hyphen and no spaces, that's fine. You can do what we're doing as long as after that equal sign, there's no spacing whatsoever. Okay. You can put in there email 01 underscore happy face,
Right.
but one word. You could do that. And if you're in doubt in any capacity, because by the way, if you mess this up, your email won't link to where it's supposed to link to, and the person will simply go off in a never land, and you can't be guaranteed your commissions.
So Jace, I have my newbie hat on as you're explaining. I think it's important for us to.
That's why I want to send them back to generator.
Right, and we're not even going to edit this. It's actually a good thing that this happened.
Yeah.
So that you can see that this is happening real time, and we both care about you succeeding.
100%.
So let's go ahead and do that and create a brand new link in the generator.
All right, here we go.
We'll use that one.
That's it. Once again, we're going to go right back over to here, and we can cast it up there so Mark and Chris can see, and you can look right here along on my screen. Once again, in the area that on your site that says My Offers. And by the way, all these cool reports that we're talking about that we're going to be able to look at are going to be right over here in reports. We'll look at this when we get into traffic because you want to find out, did this email convert? Did that email convert? Did this give me what I wanted? What was the deal? We'll get to all that a little bit later. But you go to My Offers, and down below, there's your offer. You're going to Creative once again, and then scrolling down the middle, Get Custom Link. So we'll go right back to there again. And this one's going to be for mortgage or for generic?
Let's just use an email, just generic for email.
Okay.
Email follow-up.
All right. So here, you can use your sub ID for email follow-up. Now, if I put in here, just for example, and I said email follow-up, and I clicked on generate the link, it will automatically get rid of the spacing. As you can see up here in the front, the spacing with my spaces in, it would get rid of it. If I wanted to say follow up with these weird quotations, right, and pop that in place, the system would automatically set it up so that it could work in a capacity it knows how to capture the data. I like, once again, to only use no spaces across the board. So we're just going to say email _ follow-up. And in doing so, I'm going to put this one in your additional reference ID, right there in number 2, so I can maintain the same thing and put my first one here, because maybe I'll create different funnels. Yep. So let's just say that for just now. And boom, there we go. There's my link, and you're all set. That's it. I'll pass this over to Vic, and my friends will rock and roll.
So here, I just copied the link that Jason set up, right? And you, of course, you watched how he did that. I'm gonna click on the link, and I'm gonna paste it in here. Now we have mortgage, email follow-up.
Got it.
Okay. All right, cool. Now this mortgage, you know, there's two different landing pages we have. So one of them says generic, one of them says mortgage. We're gonna split these up into different segments later on. For now, you can just identify it as email follow-up. You know, if you're watching this, that'd be sufficient enough. Okay, I'm gonna click on OK. Now see, this just became blue, so it's clickable now. Then the next link I want to do that to would be this. Watch this for yourself. Same process, you guys. Just paste, same link. Don't change anything. Boom, we're done. Okay, I'm gonna click on next, and we're gonna pick up the speed here because you know I don't want to go too fast. I want to take as long as I want to go as fast as possible, but as long as necessary.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Same thing for you, so that you can get it. All right, so we have our first message loaded up. Perfect. And we're going to click on Save and Publish. And look at that. In the calendar, shows day number 0. Okay, we have this message going out. Now, I'm going to wait a day. I'm not going to send them the very next day. I'm going to wait about a day, right? And then add another message. Make sure that you're working in the same campaign, Breakthrough 14. I'm going to click on this plus sign here. Now, this is going to be sent on day number 2, okay? So, same campaign. I'm going to create another message. Choose message. Actually, I'm not going to choose message. I'm going to create a new message. Okay, I want to create new email. And we're going to, because we're doing this from scratch. Now, here's the strategy for my second message. I want to remind them about what I just sent them in case they didn't open an email or something like that, right? And I want to kind of circle back on that in a very non-pushy way. Okay. Here's how I may do that. My second message might be something like, you know, I may say, about my last email, ... Okay, something like that. Something that's just, you know, it picks their curiosity, right? So, what about your last email? Who are you? Like, what you know, what, right? So, about my last email. Again, it's not businessy. You're not saying, hey, click here, buy this, blah, 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 blah. You're being super personal. Go next step, and same thing here. We're going to start from scratch. I want to scroll down and click on blank template because I just want to keep it super simple. Nothing fancy here. I'm going to drag the text block, remove, you know, these, programming temporary language here. And then my second email just might be something like this. I'm just going to write it out, you know, as I would, you know, if I were you. I'll just say something like this. Just following up. See, for my second email, I'm not using their name, or I'm not inserting their name. Why? Because for two reasons. Number one, we have two landing pages. One of them asks for their name and email. Another one asks for their email only. See what I'm saying? That's why I'm not really super, you know, pumped about using their name or inserting their name, just because if I didn't capture their name on a particular landing page, then it's going to insert something like friend or something. Right. You know, it's not going to be personal. So I'm just going to talk to them like I'm talking to a friend of mine. He already knows who I am, kind of assumptive connection. Just following up to make sure you got what you requested, right? Yesterday, and everything is good. Okay. Now, what I just did in this first paragraph is, I'm like, you know, if he doesn't remember who I am, he would be like, I just requested something yesterday, and you asking if everything is good. Like, what's going on here? So my goal is to take him through the process and create those hooks to have him go through to the next paragraph. And then I'll give him a call to action right away. I'm going to say, here is your private breakthrough link. Okay, I'm going to make that a hyperlink. And I might say, if you haven't activated your account yet, do so quickly while, and I'll explain to you the psychology as when I stop typing, because I can't type and talk at the same time. Quickly while you can still do it at no cost. It takes you by the hand and shows you. The rules to earn real money online within 14 days flat, and you don't even need any experience. Okay. You guys catching on to what I'm doing here? It took the internet. Actually, you know what? I might just do this. I might just say, check it out here. Talk soon, Mark and Kristen. Okay. So here, what I just did, you guys, is basically again very personal email. Reminded them what they just signed up for, right? And gave them the link. And if they didn't sign up, or didn't create their account, I want them to circle back and activate their account. And here I am adding a little bit of a pressure without being too pushy. I say, hey, if you haven't activated your account, you do so quickly while you can still do that at no cost. Okay, so there's a little bit of a pressure, but not too much. Check it out here. And you, my friend, watching this as we're working, what you can do is just model the concept. You can, if you want, you can copy it, but I wouldn't recommend copying. Just put your personality into it. Make it personal for you. Okay. All right. Then I want to click on next. And my day 2 is done. I'm going to click on save and publish. See, we have one more to do. And this one's going to be super easy. And again, same process, time-based, day number 4 is going to go in Project Breakthrough. We're going to create new email here. And my third email, my final in this particular phase, right, is I want to open up, by this time, if they didn't activate their Project Breakthrough account yet through my affiliate link, something's wrong with them, because it's free, right? Or maybe, let's say, maybe they didn't resonate. Maybe something happened. Maybe they went away on vacation or something. Or maybe they just, it's life, right? Life happens. So, of course, not 100% of your people will activate the account. That's, it's typical. So I want to open up myself, open a door that will give me access to future leverage and future communication with them in a cool way. Okay? Here's how I might do that. I'm not going to be too pushy. See, most marketers at this time, my friend, they will just continue to push. Hey, sign up every email. And what happens is that prospect looks at your email, and every email is sign up. And guess what? They don't even open your emails no more. I want to be strategic. I want to. How can I create desire for them to look for my next email? Okay. Here's my third email strategy. I'm going to say something like this. I'm going to say, and check it out. I'm going to say personal. Thank you. Mark, if you received this email from somebody you don't even know, would you open it?
Yeah.
You would.
I would.
Right? Now, look at the formatting. Personal is not even capitalized. It's not grammatically correct. It's not, it's not how you write stuff. But that's how a buddy to a buddy would write. If I write an email to Jason, I don't necessarily capitalize stuff that needs to be capitalized, right?
Yeah, I sent it back.
Good, right? So I'm telling you guys, this is contrary to the belief system.
Yeah.
But it just works.
It does.
Because you're standing out again, from the crowd. Sure. So stuff like that. Next.
This works in a landing. This works in an email. Doesn't always work on a landing page.
No, landing page is different. See, landing page, they don't know you. Email, they opted in, they are in your world, and this is you creating your personality with them.
That makes sense.
Okay, blank template, same thing. And this one can be, a pretty short one here too. Same process. Okay, so here, this email might say something like this. And look, I'm just gonna write it as if I was writing it for myself, right? I'm just gonna say like this. Listen. I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for being my subscriber and follower. What did I just do here, Mark and Chris?
What did you do here?
So a couple things. This is very deep stuff, okay? You, my friend, watching this, is very deep stuff. Email number 1 was very mellow. It's like, hey, you requested this, boom, here it is. Email number 2, hey, did you see what I sent you yesterday? You requested it, circle back, right? Email number 3, very subtly, I'm starting to implement authoritative language. When I say stuff like listen, it's a command, right? Listen. They don't pick it up. You don't pick it up. You don't even pick it up right now, right? But your subconscious mind, I'm starting to position myself. This is deep stuff, you guys. We're going to teach you this in Elite like really, really, really good. If you want to be the best marketer in the world, you got to learn and implement some of these ideas. You, my friend, right here, this is deep, but I'm going to give you just a little bit of a peek of what's going on here. When I say listen, it's like a buddy to a buddy, but at the same time, it's a direct command. I'm telling them and I'm training them to start listening to me and what I'm going to do and what see, it's a whole pre-frame thing, very subtle, totally behind the curtain, under the radar. And then I'm going to say, look, I just wanted to say a moment to say thank you for being my subscriber and follower. Nobody else does that. Every other marketer is like, bye, 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 bye. I'm going to say thank you. So I just commended them, and I softened it out, right? And in their mind, like, hey, he's a cool dude. You know, he just says thank you for being my subscriber, right? Does this make sense, you guys?
Yes, it does.
All right. And then I'm going to say something like this. I would like to give you a special thank you. My thank you gift as my way of showing gratitude. And I'll explain to you what I'm doing here in just a minute here, okay? Please keep your eye on an email over the next something really cool. In the meantime, if you haven't yet be sure to activate your project breakthrough account here. While you can do so at no cost. It's kind of weird to type and talk to myself here, but I'm just like in the zone writing this out for you. It will change your life, I promise. Okay, and then I can say see for yourself. And again, there's that little smiley face that talk soon, Mark and Kristen. So let me walk you guys through the psychology behind this email. Again, we already talked about the first paragraph. Second paragraph is, hey, I would like to send you a special thank you gift as my way of showing gratitude. I just opened up a door for them to be looking for my next emails. I'm going to send them to them, right? So that opens up the door and positions me above the rest of my competition. Please keep your eye, again, this is another command, very subtle, right? Please keep your eye, I'm telling them what they need to do. People want to be told what to do. They hate it if they know it consciously, but if you can do it if you can tell them what to do and they pick it up unconsciously, they'll connect with you like there was no tomorrow. Please keep your eye on the email from me over the next few days. Again, I'm opening myself that door for something really cool, something to look forward to. In the meantime, if you haven't yet, be sure to activate, and this will be a hyperlink, activate Project Breakthrough account here. Again, if they didn't do that yet, from a different angle, I'm still looping them back into that process, right? And we are going to hyperlink that. Click on OK. It will change your life, and see for yourself, this will be another hyperlink. Okay? Perfect. Any questions, you guys?
No.
Is this stuff awesome or what?
Yeah,
It is.
Once you learn how to talk to people like that, I promise you, the world is your sandbox.
It's an oyster. It's opened up to you.
Yeah. And you're doing it in a cool way that's actually helping them out, right? So we have our 3 messages loaded up, okay? Very, very simple. Now when somebody opted in, boom, they'll be getting these messages right away.
Sure.
Cool?
Yep.
Does that make sense for you, my friend, watching us, right? It's a long session, I'm telling you, we're almost done, okay? Let's take a look at what else we've got over here. So we just created an email autoresponder sequence. Check that off, okay? Now, set up and connect Google Analytics, and all of these other stuff will be very, very simple and easy to do and quick. So, Jay, you want to walk us through the process?
Sure, Mark, I need you to log into your Gmail account, if you would, here on my computer. And you guys at home, listen up, you gotta have a Gmail account. You've already got one created, awesome. If you don't, create a Gmail account. You probably created one already yesterday when we loaded our video in the YouTube. So your Google Analytics account works, your Google Analytics account works with Gmail. So create your Gmail account, get it in gear, and then you'll follow the bouncing ball and I'll walk you on that path. So now I'm into Mark's Gmail account, and the first thing I'm going to want to do, and I'm going to walk you through this here, We can all see it now. You're going to go to google.com/analytics. You see this great big picture over here. On the right-hand side, you'll see a link that says sign in, and you can go right into Google Analytics. There's a premium program as well. We'll just go right into Google Analytics for now. Here, it gives you the ability to start using analytics. All you're going to do is sign up for an account, add tracking code, and then learn all about your audience. So we're going to click right there on sign up, being logged in to your Gmail account. The first thing it's going to ask us for is your website name and an account name. So on the account name, we're going to give it an account name kind of like Your Free Breakthrough. And then the website name. This is just, once again, a recognized name. I like using the domain name as well. And then ask for a domain.
So Jay, before you go further, okay, so your website name, you don't put the www, you just reference it for yourself. This is for your reference.
I do, for my reference entirely. That's what the website name is. So as I create more of them, I don't worry about the www. I just create more names. It's easier to see as you get up. So your website's not secure because we're not buying anything. So we're always going to use http://. Okay? And then follow the example. So www.your-free-breakthrough. Then I can put a category to it, and we can pick almost any one. We're probably going to find ourselves either in an online community, I think would probably be it, or internet and telecom. We'll go there, it's fine. You pick your time zone where you are. Time zone is important to select because this gives you reports on your time, so you can actually not read it in GMT plus 704. Here we got Google products, benchmarking. I keep all these checked. I like it. It's very simple. Just click on the box that says get your tracking ID. I track it all. I'm a tracking master. Agree to the terms and conditions. You're going to want to scroll all the way down to do so. Make sure you've got them all. And say I accept. Next page it comes into, you get a little green success button, is your code. It's very simple to get your code in gear. Here is your tracking script. You're not going to worry about everything else. You just need this code and that little ID. Here is what you're going to use. Now, in our Site Suite system, is Site Suite pre-framed for us, brother, for the ID number, or do you want the whole code?
It's actually we actually need the code. We need to get the code.
You got it.
Pop it onto the website, and it's going to make that connection.
Done. So I've got your code. We'll kind of go through and we'll give you some training on analytics, what it'll do for you right now. But in this session, I want you to just get your code because I'm going to need that code as we get into some deeper trainings over the next several days. Okay?
Yeah, and some of this stuff may not make sense until like day 9 or day 11 or day 13, once everything kind of clicks together and we reference back to what we just did today. So my best recommendation is just go through this. Don't worry about anything else. Just follow the video, right? All right, so I just copied. Jay, you passed it on to me. Thank you for that. Here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to go in my canvas, in my Site Suite canvas. And by the way, let me screencast for you as well so you guys can see this. Okay, perfect. So we're seeing it now. I want that tracking to work across the board on all of the pages, right? So what I will do is I will click on Funnel Settings.
Now here's a point. Here's an important point to remember. You can create as many Google Analytics accounts or websites within your main account as you would like. So if the landing pages are all in the same domain, then it's one Google Analytics account, which these are going to be the same domain. If you create another domain, you want a separate, not account, but just site inside of a Google Analytics. We'll get into that in training as you're an elite. Elites will get this in great detail. But the idea is one domain, one record in an account. And your account is one account.
All right, you guys, so I clicked on Funnel Settings. I'm going to click on Tracking Code for this funnel. Boom. And all I'm going to do is just paste it here. Right click, paste. The same code that Jason just created. It's in there. Okay? I'm going to click on Save, and we're done. I'm going to click on Publish Funnel. Don't forget to publish funnel every time. Publishing, pushing out the updates to the server. It's connecting. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing for a spy system that we have, and it's called Mouse Flow. And by the way, speaking of Mouse Flow, Jay, if you want to get that in gear.
Mark, you created your account.
I did.
Okay, so I'm going to let you sign into your account real quick.
So we go to these companies such as Mouseflow. You say, Vic, can I just go to Mouseflow directly and get the sign up directly from them? No. Well, unless you're just like everybody else. We go to those companies. We say, look, we have people going through Project Breakthrough. We need you to take care of them in a special way, right? So with Mouseflow specifically, I can tell you this: we have extra credits that will give you like 500 extra credits just because you clicked on the link in your assignment, day number 3, and you signed up from that link. You get 500 extra credits on all plans in Mouseflow. And same thing with anything else we recommend. We try to work out better deal for our people. So it's very important for you not to question anything. Just close your eyes, take my hand, let's go. All right, just walk with me. Very simple. All right, Jay.
All right, brother. Here we've got Mouseflow, and we've logged directly in to Mark's account. And this is the first thing you're going to see when you log into this particular account. It gives you a little tour, and there the tour tells you up in the top corner you've got your sites. So you can see where you can pick one website and use it over and over and over again. You can keep going, and you can say, all right, I want to add a new site. This is where you go. And then you keep going, and it tells you that if you have any questions, you can have a knowledge center. Pretty cool. And of course, we've got Mark's access right there. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, it brings us right to our dashboard, where here there are videos all through Mouseflow to teach you all about it, and we can walk through that little process. There's even more videos about doing different things. I'm going to skip all of these and get you right on down to the point where I can teach you a couple of quick things. So listen to this, my friend. Mouseflow is a spy software. Would you like to really know what people are doing on your site? So Mark, Chris, when someone comes to your website and you're not there, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and do you want to get up out the bed and go to their home and sit down over their shoulder and say, let me see what you're doing, or you're going where I want you to go, or you're looking at things and breathe on the neck?
That'd be a little weird.
Be a little bit weird, exactly. We don't want to do that whatsoever. So that's what Mouseflow does for you, my friend. It allows you the ability to have a recording, secret recording of every single user going through the process. So you put the code in your website, which we're going to do. As it goes through this, and we're going to go through a whole deep dive in this one later on in the trainings, but it'll record where someone's clicking on the website, where someone's scrolling to on the website, what they're doing on the website, watching everything, and help you understand the funnel process. Are they really going here, or are they going there? So it's very, very exciting. So for this session, one thing you want to know to do is to grab your code. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to create our code. So here you've got the ability to do your sites. Now, when Mark created his first site, his account at Mouseflow, he was asked, what's your domain name? And Mouseflow automatically put his domain name into the system as his first site. If he wants additional sites, he can click here and engage his plan to add additional sites. But for now, we've only got one, and we're going to create that one, and we're going to click on just Install Now. Here, Install Now, we've got our code. We click on it one time, copy to clipboard, and it's done. That's it. I'll pass it to you. You'll pop it in the website, and Mouseflow is done.
We are going to put that Mouseflow script on the entire funnel. So we're going to do exactly the same thing what we just did with Google Analytics. I'm going to click on funnel settings, go to tracking code for this funnel.
Once again, remember, you want to make sure that if it's a different domain, you use a different site at Mouseflow, just like in Google Analytics.
And then, see, we already have that Google code in there, right? I'm just going to click on the very, scroll down to the very last line and just do like a double space, right? Triple space. You don't need to add anything else. I will simply paste another code, and the system will know what to do. Okay? Just like that. Click on save, and you guys, we are done.
Awesome.
That's it.
It's great.
Later on, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about looking at the results, looking at the tracking and reports and stuff like that. All that will become really, really relevant. And once you see when people are going through your sites, your landing pages, where they're clicking, what they're doing, how they're scrolling, you can actually see recordings of it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. And then it's going to be really, really important for our optimization. So we can optimize the process and make it flawless. Okay, so here's our list. We just created, step number 6 is done. Step number 7 is done. See how easy that was? And see, that's why I told you to do your stuff when we tell you to do your stuff. If you are at this point, you don't have your Mouseflow account, you don't have this or that, well, you got to go back and get it done, right? So just follow instructions from this point on, make a commitment. If you didn't follow instructions 100%, make a commitment. You're going to do everything we're going to tell you for the next, however long we have left in this program. So, 6 days. The last thing I'm going to do, you guys, I need to title my pages in the funnel. Okay. Here's how I'm going to do that. This page, we kind of already titled it. See if I click on it, go into the editor, right here.
Correct.
See, it's make money in 14 days. This will be relevant when people go to my site. What will they see, in their description? Okay, so then I can say this. I can go back. We didn't title this thank you page. See, if I click on this, double click on the thank you page, that's how it's titled. It just says thank you page. I don't want people to see a thank you page, right? I just want to say like success, okay? Or I can say, what's your domain is your free breakthrough, right? Your free breakthrough. And then I can do hyphen success. See that? And click on OK. And boom, that's titled. I'm going to publish now.
And you don't have to re-click the box that says save as homepage?
No, well, because this is a thank you page.
Oh,
That's a thank you page.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a thank you page. We're going to come back. And then we're going to do the same thing on this page. We're going to title it. Here, this is for mortgage professionals, right? I don't want it to see lead capture page, right? I'm going to click on it. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to say...
How about Mark's mouth's open?
You like the picture? I wouldn't do that one, Mark.
We'll train you on that when we go into our YouTube stuff.
Great.
You can change those icons.
Looks like I could use a little help.
Yeah, so I will, how do you guys want to name this page? It's talking about, see, I want it to be relevant to what this is. So this is for mortgage professionals.
Yeah, so you're focused on mortgages, Mark, so you pick the title.
All right, so I would just name it that, mortgage professional, right?
Well, how about something like, opportunities for mortgage brokers
I like that even better.
Mortgage professionals.
or professionals?
And so I just give it a name just like that and click on OK, and we are good. So Mark, if you wanted to set this page as your home page for when somebody goes to yourfreebreakthrough.com, you would just check this box and you're good, right? That's as easy as that. I'm going to publish this, publish it, and we are done. Now, the last page we need to do this for is a thank you page, which is this one. And so this will be mortgage professional success, maybe, right? This page is not as important as the front end landing page because they just see this for a minute, and so you get the point. You can name it any you can give it any title you want. Same thing with you, my friend. You can give it any title you want, whatever makes sense for you. We're done, you guys. We're done. We're gonna go back here, and we are going to publish our entire funnel, push out all of the updates to the server. You just click anywhere in the gray. It's gonna say it's gonna save the funnel first, and then it will give us an option to publish it. Publish funnel, just like that. It's gonna take everything we've done here and it's gonna push it out to the server, which you don't have to pay for that. You don't have to pay for that. Let SiteSuite pay for that. We pay for that, right? So SiteSuite is one of our technologies here on High Traffic Academy. So we get it taken care of for you. You're welcome. All right. And so you guys, let's go back to our checklist here. Title pages in the funnel, we are done. Okay. So I'm going to bring this back full screen. Here's what we've completed today.
Wow.
A long day.
A long day.
It's a long day.
A lot of stuff.
I want to talk to you. So listen, we just went through a bunch of 8 things, and we got really technical in some specs, right? But it's very simple. 2 ways you can go about it. You can go like this, pull your hair out, or you can be like, you know what? There's a step-by-step. I've got this video for me for forever. I'm going to watch it now. I'm going to rewatch it if I have to. Pause it every 15 seconds, and I'm just going to do what Vic and Jason is doing. If you're going to do that, you'll see success. You'll get everything done. And then so tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to do final pre-flight checklist just to make sure we have everything, all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted before we start sending traffic.
Sounds good. You guys ready to rock and roll tomorrow, because we're going to go over some of this a little bit in detail. But if it's all lined up and our pre-flight's ready to go, the next day we start pushing traffic. And that's going to be really a lot of fun. That's when we actually bring all this together and launch. So you're one more day of making sure everything is nice and clean. It's all done. So tonight, before you pick up tomorrow's session, go back over your landing pages. Make sure your content is there. Go into your autoresponder system and write your emails. Write those emails for as long as you want to go down this funnel, because keeping that communication is really important, but making sure they're relevant and they're clear. And get yourself ready to rock and roll, because tomorrow we make sure it's all clean, it's all good, a little testing here and there, shake it a little bit, and we launch.
That's it. We'll see you tomorrow. And with you guys, again, congratulations for sticking so far, thus far with us. You are literally days away from seeing your first commission.
Day 9, tomorrow at the pre-flight. We'll see you guys.